Hello everyone, welcome to Self Love You. My name is Jenna Ryan, and this is a message for you today. Today I'm going to talk about the light that is within you. And I'm going to talk about what the light is. The light that is within you, those who can hear my voice, those who are tuned in and who this message is for, the light that is within you cannot be shared. The light that is within you cannot be given away, cannot be taught, cannot be shared. It is your light. The light that is within you is your empathy, your kindness, your character, your love, and your recognition of the light in others. I have found along the path that I so want to share the light that I have with others. I want to be able to give a crash course to those around me. I want to be able to take everyone with me. I want everyone to partake in the goodness that is the light within. The light within is God inside. The light within is your creative ability to create. It's your ability to create. It's your ability to rise above circumstances. It's your ability to see the good in others, your generosity, your character, your integrity, your ability to forgive, your ability to be resilient. All the things that you worked so hard to get, all the things that you went through every time you were abused and hurt, it created a crack in yourself. And with every crack, the light came in to who you are, to your being. And the bad news is, well, there's dark in the world. There are people that do not have what you have. There are people that do not have the light. They do not have light within themselves. That's bad. That's the bad news. The good news is that you do have the light within. And those without the light will try to come and use your light against you in order to take your light, or dim your light, or steal your light, or partake in your light, or get a little light for themselves. But this light does not come in an instant. The light doesn't come through transference. Everyone must find their own light within. The bad news is there's dark people in the planet. The good news is that you are the light. You have light inside. You are able to empathize. You're able to grow. You're able to change. You're able to heal. There are people on the planet who can't do this. They can, but they just want to come and go the easy route. They want to take the easy way. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to examine themselves. They don't want to change. They want to get instant gratification by sharing in your light. And I have found that you cannot share this light. This light cannot be given. It can shine, and it can be enjoyed, and it can be appreciated, but it cannot be transferred to another. You either have it or you don't. You either get it on your own or you don't. So along with this light comes intense desire to love others, help others, be there for others. You want other people to achieve the level of light that you have achieved, or you've been gifted through trials, tribulations, and just through the hand of God. through your diligence, through your hard work. You want so much to be able to share this light. And there are people, and you have a really innocence about you. You have an innocence in a sense that you're naive, and you don't realize that there are people in your midst who wish to take your light from you. And if they can't take it, they want to dim it. They want to hide the light within you from you. And the way they do this is multifaceted. It happens through lies, trickery, gaslighting, insults, bragging, tapping into your insecurities and trying to highlight those things about yourself which you're currently developing and working on, that your weaknesses. They do everything they can. When they see the light, the people who have darkness within and cannot tap into their own light, who have no empathy, no character, they can't help themselves. They are attracted to that light. They're envious of that light, and they want to come in and they want to snuff it out. They want to hide the light from you, so that at least if they can't have it, they don't want you to know you have it. A person who lacks character, empathy, and the light within themselves is utterly repelled and repulsed by anyone else who has the light. Their face contorts when they see your shining, beautiful face in joy, despite all that you've gone through, despite all the things, and just because you're a peaceful human and a child of God. They see the light in you and their face contorts, and they become extremely envious because they don't have it, and they have a misconception. They have darkness which tells them lies. They're deceived, and they are deluded. They think that the light that shines within you dims, makes them less. They can't stand the thought of equality for humankind. They're disordered. They think that they are God. They think that they are the ones to be worshipped. And when they see someone shining in light of character and empathy and love and beauty and all the things that make a beautiful human and a conduit of the power of God on earth, they become enraged. They become envious. They have an extreme reaction to the light. And what they do is they come in and they want to take that light. They want that light for themselves. They're under the impression that they can get that light. And you may see that this person comes in your life, or people, or friends, or family, whatever. You may want them to have the light more than anything in the world, because if you have the light, you are a giving person. You are a loving person. And you don't want anyone to be without the light. You want to share it. And so you allow people in your midst to come near you, to access the light, to see the light. And these people who don't have the light for themselves are operating from a different playbook. They're on a different plane. They're in a different world. And if you have the light, you can't see the darkness because your light shines. So you can't fathom darkness in others. You can't fathom that there is someone that would actually set out to harm you, to destroy you. Someone would actually be excited and happy if your light was no longer shining. Someone who wants to see you sad, someone who wants to break you down. There are people out there, literally, who cannot stand your light, but come near you because they want a piece of it. They want a piece of the action. They want to get your platform. They want to get your network. They want to get whatever it is you've worked hard for, whatever it is that you have to offer, whatever it is, they want to get it. They don't think in advance. They don't plan. Well, they may plan and scheme, but they don't try to actually cultivate the light within themselves. But they want to take it. And so they come in pretending to have things to offer, pretending that you and that y'all can share the light, pretending that they, using flattery, using various manipulation techniques, whatever you are susceptible to believing. If you have an insecurity, they play on it. But everything's done in just the right timing. They don't come out on day one with devil horns. No one would fall for that. If you have the light, you're not stupid. But you are innocent. You have a desire to help, to love. You want everyone to experience the light that you experience. And you feel like everyone is like you, and everyone is going to be loving, and everyone is going to want the best for others, and everyone is generous and giving and loving and helping and all the good and empathetic. That's what you want to believe. And then you also have your own traumas and your own dramas and your own issues that leave you susceptible, leave you wide open to people that want to take your light, who want their light, want your light for their own. These are people that will look you in the face and flatter you and tell you lies about their intentions, and then go behind your back and tell others what an idiot you are, or how stupid you are, or how they're going to get this, that, and the other from you. These are two-faced people. These are people without character, without honesty, without integrity. Shift shapers. They're able to trick you for a moment. Sometimes, if you have any lack of self-love, if you have any lack of anything, they're going to find that hole. They're going to find that wound. They're going to find it. Because if you have the light, you're not hiding. You're open, you're honest. And I don't think the answer is to dim your light or anything like that. I think it's okay to be who you are, because every negative situation, everyone who tries to come in and take from you ends up adding to your light. They try to take your light. They try to dim your light. And if you are committed to truth, and if you have no choice but to be committed to truth, they can't have it. They can't have it. They can't take it from you. Now, they can take you down, and they can trick you. They can trick you into believing that you don't have the light, or that you have some fatal flaw that makes you less than, and that creates a blockage, so that you can't access your light. They can block you from your light. They can do this. That's why it's so important that we encourage one another and we share with one another our experiences. And in those moments of healing, in those moments of pain, whenever we're searching ourselves and going, what happened? We can come and discover the truth. The truth is they can only dim your light. They can only hide your light. They will try to hide your light from the world because it bothers the crap out of them. Just think about it. What if you were someone who could not experience the light? You didn't have the light because the light was not in you. The light of God, the light of truth, the light of compassion, the light of integrity, the light of character, the light of honesty, the light of generosity, the light of exuberance and joy. Just think if you were someone who did not have this and could not get this without all the pain and all the things, you would be, I guess it makes a person quite envious. They don't understand how you're shining, especially after all they have tried to do to hide your light. There's those of us who are still standing, still shining. In fact, the light gets more pure the more trials you endure. The refiner's fire. So all of these I want to say entities, because someone who doesn't have the light within, to me, that's not a person. That's somebody who's dark, who's trying to snuff out the light in others. And someone who's dark and refuses to do the work on themselves. If you're dark, you can find the light, but you just have to do a lot of work. Someone who refuses to do the work on themselves and is out there trying to take, okay, trying to dim the light of others, is just incredibly angry and envious and boiling with rage, because, like Satan, the story in the Bible, Satan, he wanted to be worshipped above all the other angels. And when someone who does not have the light sees your light, they become very angry. And they want to get it. They want to get that light for themselves. And they want to take you over. They want to take over your solar plexus, which is your seat, your center of the I am. I am. They want your I am, because they're not. And if you are not girded, if you're not guarded, if you're not protected, then there's a potential for them to come and usurp your will to live, your will to be, your will to do. They can come and usurp that and dim your light. Sometimes they can just do it for a little while, and sometimes it's forever if you're truly fooled. But if you break through the lies and you open up and you protect yourself and you guard yourself and you set boundaries against these entities, then you will begin to feel the light coming again, shining again. And the lesson learned again, and stronger for it again, and noticing again, noticing anew, noticing new levels, new devils, all sent to make you better. Life is a classroom, a lesson, so that you can learn about the light within, so that you can learn about God and how God operates, and the goodness of God and the beauty within you residing in your heart, and the truth of justice and victory, and loving the truth and being dedicated to the truth. being committed to the truth, being committed to transparency, authenticity. So these entities will come and they will try to trick you because their goal is to take your light. Their goal is to partake in your light. They do not care about you. They do not love you. And they could give a crap about you. They don't have love. They can't love because they can't grow. And they don't have empathy. And they don't have all the things that you have. But they want what you have. And to you, it may, if you're, starving for love because you didn't get it, to you, it may seem like they love you. But they don't. They come in and they pretend for a little while. It's very, very exhausting for these entities to come in and to pretend. It's a lot. It takes everything they have. It's like a full-time job for them to pretend to be loving and kind and empathetic and understanding and committed to growth and committed to all the things you're committed to world peace, I don't know, the healing of the world, committed to all the ideals that you're committed to. It takes a lot for them to come in and put on a mask and act like that's what they're about. Because they want to be around your light. They want to be around it. And they want to take it for themselves. They want the light shining only on them. They want the light. They want the light, but they don't want to get it for themselves. They want it shining on them. That's it. They want it to shine on them. And any light out there that's not shining on them is fair game. Anyone with character, anyone with talent, anyone with skills that they've developed, hard-won, education, beauty, physical fitness, accolades, social status, platforms, networks, reputation. They want it to shine on them. And when they see that that light is not shining on them, it makes them rage. It injures them because they think that they are God. They think that they are the only ones on the planet to be worshipped. And your light is theirs. They feel entitled to your light. And if you're not boundaried, and if you're not aware that these entities are out there, then you may shine your light on them. And you may try to help them to get to your level without them having to do the hard work. What I'm discovering is you can't do that. You cannot do that. It's common sense, right? Nobody can get what you have without doing the things that you did to get there. They may have their light, but they can't have yours. Your light is your light. It's unique. It's like a footprint or a fingerprint. Nobody can have it. There's other people that want what you have. They admire what you have, but they want it. Anything you have, anything you get, anything you achieve, anything good that happens to you, they're always around and they have their hand out and they want a piece of that action. They want a piece of it too. But they don't have what you have. And what you have took time. What you have, if you have a master's degree and you're, a wonderful nurse practitioner, and nobody can have that. You had to go to school. You had to learn. You had to fight all sorts of demons that were trying to hold you back. There's a lot of times you could have given up. In microbiology class, if you're a business owner, a CEO, if you're a healer, if you're a pastor, if you're a receptionist, there are going to be people that wish they had what you have. And They boil in jealousy. They boil in envy when they cannot usurp your light. Or they always ask, can I have some of that? Can I have some of that? Oh, can you ask them about me? What about me? What about me? And if you have the light within, you don't ask, what about me? If you're, we all have the light. It's whether we recognize the light within ourselves and whether we cultivate the light and whether we recognize the light in others. Someone who is dark, someone who is steeped in darkness, they have certain characteristics and certain things that they do and certain tells that show you who they are. And it's before they even lower the boom of who their true self is. There's little tells that you have to pay attention to. You've just got to pay attention. Because to not pay attention is to really put yourself at the mercy of one of these dark people. Because they're so tricky, they're so conniving, and they're so good at what they do. There's tells. A tell would be when they see somebody beautiful and they put them down, or when they gossip, people that gossip, people that put other people down, people that triangulate, gaslight, course. But usually when that's happening, you're involved at another level and you don't recognize it because they're good. They know how to hook you. But the people that are haters, the people that hate other people on the internet, that's darkness. That's darkness manifested darkness. And if you've done that to people, then you can change. That doesn't make you dark, but it's pretty dark to do. And, being happy at other people's pain, being glad when somebody's successful has a failure. That's when you see people, when you hear people, you listen. You have to listen. You have to listen to the people around you that you're allowing close to you into your life. Listen to what they're doing. Listen to what they're saying. Listen to who they really are. Don't listen to the flattery. Don't look at the gifts that they bring. Look at who they are. And accept it. It's so hard to accept. It's so hard to accept when you just want a great friend. It's so hard to accept that this person is actually dark. And if somebody is dark or has darkness, they could be immature. They could be, just not at the level yet. And if that's the case, you don't have to shut them out of your life. But definitely realize what you're dealing with and don't put your eggs in their basket. Don't fall for it. Dark. People that are dark, they see the light and they try and they get upset about it. And if they can't have it, then they downgrade it. They compete, they're competitive, they're trying to power play. They want power. They want to be superior. They want to be recognized as superior, and they want the light. They feel entitled to the light, attention, affection. They want everything going in their direction. If there's anything that's not going in their direction, if you're really wrapped up in this, then you will be punished. And it becomes a threatening situation for you, emotionally threatening. No matter how much light you have in you, you don't have the power to change other people. You don't have the power to light other people. You have light that's limited. It's limited, but it's so powerful. but it's not capable of being transferred. You can't change people. You can't light other people that are not ready to be lit. You can't give to these people who want your light so badly. It's not to be shared. It's only to be experienced and protected. And when it's properly protected, then it can be of use to the world. Then it can be used to heal others. Then it can be used to enlighten others and to bring awareness, the light, the insight, the empathy, the care, the connection, the growth, the intimacy. All of this can be used for humanity, to better humanity, but it cannot be given direct to a dark person. Someone can, the reason is a dark person cannot appreciate the light because they're barking up the wrong tree. They're trying to take the light for themselves. They're not philanthropic. Their intentions are what trip them up. When your intentions are not pure, you can't have the light. The light will only go to those with pure intentions, with purity of soul, with purity of mind, with purity. The light doesn't transfer to dark. You can't teach someone how to be empathetic. You can't correct them. You can teach them how to act like they're empathetic, but that doesn't make them empathetic. This is a gift. This is a gift inside you that's yours. And the only way you can use this gift is by sharing it and operating in it, operating in the light. And these dark entities want to shut down the light so that you can't share it with anyone else. They don't like it if they can't have it. And they will begin to chip away at your sense of self, chip away at your identity as they try to hog up whatever they can get. And they'll chip away at you every day. If you let them. If you give them access to your light, they're going to chip away. So that's why we have to have boundaries. That's why we have to be connected to our intuition so that we know when this light source, just like Jesus, whenever someone touched the hem of his garment and he knew it. He knew it. In the Bible, it talks about, this woman who wanted to be healed, and he knew that someone had touched the hem of his garment. So you've got to know when people are pulling at you, when they're needing healing, and when they're wanting just to take, when they're the enemy, when the enemy sends darkness your way to dim your light, discourage you, break you, trick you into believing that you have nothing at all, that you're worthless, and that your insecurities are right, and that you lose, and that this dark, fake, flattering tongue is your answer. When really, they're not the answer. They don't have what you have. They can't get what you have in a million lifetimes because they refuse to see themselves, and they refuse to work on themselves, and they refuse to learn from past mistakes. They can pretend, but boy, that takes all their energy because they're committed to darkness. And so when someone is committed to darkness, they see your light, they see your standards, they see your worldview. They see your ability to stand up. They see your accomplishments. They see how people listen to you. They see how you're able to tap into truths and how you're able to expound on that. And they want a piece of that. They want to do that. They want to be that without the light. They want to take yours. And so you have to set boundaries and say, who is trying to take my light? And really, it helps to think of it as light. The beauty, the qualities of who you are is valuable, very valuable, more valuable than all the money in the world. You are valuable and beautiful and impactful and influential. Your words matter. Everything you say resonates, especially with social media. You resonate. People take your ideas and they expound on them and then feed them back to you through various avenues. You create original thoughts. You have the intellect to take two opposing ideas and consider and ponder. You have the ability to admit you're wrong. You seek out truth and you present truth. This is not within the wheelhouse of a dark person. This is not within the capacity of a person who is selfish, self-centered, entitled. Gossipers, scoffers, haters, people who refuse to see the beauty of others, jealous, envious, strife, drama, all that stuff. Those people can't see the light. But they will try to take yours, and you have to know when they are trying to do so. And it is usually the most nicest person you can imagine, or someone you adore. So you have to watch out, watch around, and distance yourself and protect your light and foster your light. Free yourself to foster your light. Create space so that this light can shine and exist and help others. Because it's not just for you. It's definitely not just for you. Your light is for the world. We need your light. We need you to be the best, most amazing nurse in the world. We need you to be the best doctor. We need you to be the best psychotherapist. We need you to be the best truck driver. We need to see your light shining from within your soul, not dimmed by the lies of darkness. Until next time, this is Jenna Ryan, and I'll talk to you soon.